Kris, maybe we'll just begin with some housekeeping items. Do you have any lineup changes for today?
Yes, Tommy's coming in. Ike is coming out.
Okay, and that's the only change for tonight?
Calvin Pickard's in net. Also, Regula's back in net, or back in the back end.
And he's coming in for?
Emerson.
Okay, great. This is a team that you just saw 3 days ago. What were some of the main takeaways from that game in terms of the challenge that the Columbus Blue Jackets bring to the table?
They are a high-event team. They play very high tempo, very aggressive with their systems, dangerous off the rush, and we were fortunate to come from behind and get a fortunate bounce to win that. And overall, we've been emphasizing playing better defense and giving up fewer chances, and I think that game we did a pretty good job. But they've got a lot of high energy, dangerous players. Marchenko, Werenski, obviously the two biggest ones that we have to look out for. But there should be another good game tonight.
Do you feel like the Jackets have a lot of players that are kind of overlooked just based on the market they play in? Because guys like Werenski, Marchenko, these are game breakers at sometimes.
Well, for us, coaching staff, no, we don't overlook them. We do appreciate them and know what quality of players that they are. Maybe you media guys don't give them enough attention or credit, but yes, they are. They've got a lot of good players.
What kind of an infusion has Jack Roslovic given your team outside of the 2 overtime goals? What has he been able to do for your team and then throughout the rest of the lineup? How's that been impacted for you?
Yeah, Jack has been very impactful for our team, and obviously you point out the overtime goals, but 5-on-4 scoring, he's also contributed. Especially right now with the injuries and loss of players that we have, Kapanen, Hyman, Nugent Hopkins. So we've been very fortunate to have him throughout the season. And I think the biggest impact, obviously being a good player, but being very versatile. Used him, moved him onto the first unit power play. He's had a couple power play goals there. But I think he's just a good all-around player who can transport the puck. And I think you can't have enough guys like that just to make it a little more easier getting from your zone into the other end.
You mentioned Hyman a second ago. Is he close to returning to your lineup?
He's very close. We anticipate he'll be ready to play on Saturday.
Okay. And then coming out of the Philadelphia game, every team has the battle of back-to-back because of the Olympics condensed. How do you feel like that you're handling that part of your game to make sure that you have the energy needed to get into these second halves?
Well, we'll find out after the game tonight. But it's really, you need to, one, not overdo it with practices. Practices are so important, and you try and get the most out of them, but you just run the risk of running the guys in the ground, and they don't have the energy that they need to play all these games. And on top of that, all the travel. Overdoing the practices hasn't been an issue for us because we have not had the opportunity to practice very much with the start of our schedule, with all the road travel that we've been doing. But I think probably the biggest thing is just having the everybody contributing, using your whole lineup, because I think that's the biggest thing.
Kris, what was the shift on Monday night in the third period against this club that you hope to see throughout a full 60 here tonight?
Playing with desperation. That's so important. If you can play with desperation and know the importance of every shift, that gives yourself an opportunity to have success. But if you just kind of roll the punches and just figuring you're kind of overconfident, thinking things will be okay, then you're just a step behind. And the NHL is so competitive and teams are so even that you can't relax.